All right, guys, welcome back to another video. All right, before we start, what we have here today are some eBay auctions we are running on no reserve, ending today and this entire week. And also, we have some awesome auctions running until next week, too. So check them all out. People always ask me the question, do you sell staples, playables, etc., foreign cards? Well, here we go. Got good old Snappy Lily on the Veil, one of my favorite cards. This card tanked over the years, but oh well. Some nice Legends cards for your Commander decks, and some Beta and Arabian Nights cards. Check them all out on eBay auction. They are no reserve this week only. I think they end starting today. Enjoy the video, guys. Take care.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
All right, guys, we're back. All right, today we have a special guest, my son Scott. Scott?
Hello, I'm an intern for vintagemagic.com, and I'm here today making my first actual video.
For YouTube, right?
Yeah, for YouTube.
Wow. All right, are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit, but you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, you've already fucked up earlier on the intro, but we should play that blooper, but we're going to continue on. All right, guys, so today's video is all about MagicCon Chicago coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we are actually going, but we're going to be there Friday night, so we'll be there Saturday and Sunday. Scott's going to be playing at some of the events, hopefully, doing some dinners with clients, learning about the business of old school Magic cards, vintage cards. And I thought we'd do a video on some of the tips and things that I look for, but more importantly, what Scott has researched and thought about for this trip. So, Scott, you've gone to the MagicCon website. You've thought about them things. I want you to tell everybody what you think a 16-year-old person would need to know to prepare for MagicCon. And you don't have to get it right. You can tell what are you expecting. Tell us what you feel. Go ahead.
Well, I think for going into MagicCon, obviously you need to know how like the game works. In order to play the events that are being held, and like that's pretty much I feel like all you need to really know. The community there I feel like would be great and nice with like the artists being there, and also a lot of the other people that are playing gonna be there as well.
Okay, but what tips do you have? You said everything's nice. So basically you said everything's nice. But what if someone, a 16-year-old, is starting out to go to MagicCon, your kid, what do you do? Tell them what you did.
I don't have any tips. The only thing that you would really need to learn is to know the game.
Okay, so you have to know the game.
Yeah.
But how do you register? Like, you got to go through that experience. What do you have to do?
You have to sign up online,
Yep.
onto the website, get your tickets, and then buy yourself some events that you want to go to. There's a list of events on the website.
And how do you narrow down the events? What's your thoughts on that?
What?
The events online, how do you narrow the events that you want to play?
They have them on a list.
There's a lot.
There's draft, there's, I don't know, regular, like, EDH.
But how do you narrow it down? Do you have any ideas? Like, does everybody just play everything possible, or
just play what you'd like?
Ah, there we go. All right, so you play what you like. So what events do you like?
I mean, draft seems fun because I don't have a very big Magic card collection. So, I mean, draft is always good because I can always get more cards at the end. And also, it's kind of like everyone plays kind of fairly because they're all using the cards from the same packs.
Okay. You did your first F&M the other night. What'd you think?
It was pretty fun, though. Here, it's a small community, so there was not that many people there. But overall, I think it's a fun play style to play.
Which set was it?
It was the newest one that came out. I forgot what it was.
Aether Drift or
Aether Drift.
Yeah. So, you made a deck. What deck did you make?
It was like a blue-black.
Control deck or
Creature deck. There wasn't that many great cards in the deck, so I couldn't really tell you. It was a mix of just random stuff.
Okay. All right. So the Magic Con is, guys, if you've never been, is going to be thousands of people there. It's going to be quite chaotic in some ways, but organized, right? Scott, do you have any other tips to kind of prepare? Like, do you know, maybe drink a lot of water, eat a lot of food? Do you have any idea of what to expect? Are you going to bring any of that stuff to prepare?
No, I don't know. It's my first time being there, so I don't really know what to expect.
Okay. All right. All right, guys. So we just kind of went through what Scott thinks. I want you guys to comment below what you think to give him some tips because he's never done this before. But obviously, one thing I just hinted to you is that you want to hydrate. I would bring a water bottle. We're being very clear on what to do. Bring a water bottle, guys. Your own water so you don't have to go to the water fountain while you're playing. Okay? Number 2 tip, safety. Why? What happens is if you have a bunch of Magic cards and there's a lot of people, what happens, Scott?
They could get stolen.
Yeah. Did you think about any of this stuff or am I just kind of... It's all clicking now, right?
I can understand.
You understand what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
This video. This is for people that have never played or as a kid, right? You guys, maybe you're watching. You're a kid. Scott is almost an adult, but he's still a kid, I guess, technically. He can drive now. So you want to be safe because there's people that have had their cards stolen, their backpack stolen, and you can be very careless, right, guys? And lose your cards and your entire collection, and it'll be a very, very difficult way to get your cards back. Most likely, if someone has your item, hopefully they return it to a lost and found. But if it's stolen, it's very difficult to track it, right?
Yep.
Here's another tip, guys. If you guys have Magic items, make sure you put a tracker item. There's a tracker little beacon on Apple, right? They have little tracker stuff. You can buy a tracker thing for your backpack. So if it's stolen or something, you could literally pinpoint it down. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. How about food? Do you have any idea for food? What to expect?
Bring some food and drinks. I don't expect there to be food stands. Maybe there will be.
There are concessions. There are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you could also get food there, but they're probably going to be overpriced.
Yep.
So you might as well bring in your own unless they don't allow it.
Yeah. This is starting to sound kind of like a sporting event. You were an athlete. You did cross country. Makes sense, right? You're just preparing. So Magic is a mental athletic in a way, right? You're going to be playing, I think, 50 round, several matches and draft, and 50 minutes each, right? And with very no breaks. If you finish early, I guess, you get a break. All right, what's another thing? Another creative thing? Anything else? Like temperature? It's going to be cold as hell, right?
Well, sure. You bring warm clothes.
But when you get inside, what do you think? It's going to be warm?
Of course it is. I don't think they would not have heaters, especially in, 20-degree weather. Chicago's cold.
Wow. Sounds like a joke what you're saying. It's funny. Yes, you want to make sure you're dressing appropriately. Because it's cold outside, you want to have enough winter gear. But then you take your clothes, your shirt, not your shirt, but your coat off, and you want to make sure you're comfortable, right? The last thing you want is a bulky amount of clothes, and then you have to find there's no coat check there. It's not like that. It's not like a hotel. You know what I mean? You have to be prepared. So wear what be prepared about that. All right, here's another one that Scott mentioned about events and stuff. There are a lot of artists. There are a lot of vendors and everything. What do you think artists and vendors want you to pay by? What form of currency usually?
Cash.
Right. So you guys need to bring a lot of cash. If you're looking to sell cards or buy cards, trade, have them ready to go. Vendors, you'll see, they'll be lined up. People want to buy stuff. There's going to be this tons of people there, and you're going to have to prepare yourself. The worst thing, because I was vending before, the worst thing you want to do is be unprepared. So I really think the motif, the theme here, guys, is be prepared. Have your cards ready if the cards you want to sell. The last thing you want to do is have them all in your deck. This is the worst thing, by the way. Have your deck, and then you want to sell cards in your deck. So imagine a guy having a 60-card deck or multiple decks. You can't find the cards you want to sell, like a Mana Crypt or whatever, and you're just searching through all these decks, and the vendor's just there, what? Looking at you like, bro, like, where's all your cards, right? So, good tip, right? Have your cards ready that you want to sell, right? No one wants to spend, an hour looking at the cards, having you look for the card. Most vendors are going to say, hey, can you bring the card? Have you sort the cards you want to sell? Let's go. Any other ideas? Now I'm talking about stuff? No? How about artists? Do you have any ideas about artists?
None really.
Okay, with artists, if you have cards you want to sign, you know what signed cards look like?
Oh yeah, but don't they charge a fee now?
That's perfectly fine. You want to have cash for the artist. Sure, some artists accept PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, right? Other form of payments. Cryptocurrency is a thing now also. So be prepared and have those things ready to go. If you're looking to have an altar done, right? Have the best tip on that is to have your altar card that you want, card or cards ready to go, and your ideas. And actually what I would do is print them out, type them up, say, hey, Mark Tadine, I want you to do this. Here's my information. If the cards get lost or whatever, or, he can't do it right there. Maybe he needs an extra day. I don't know. Some artists may take it back to their hotel room, right? You want to make sure you are protecting yourself with the altars. That's really important. Because if you leave the cards with the artist, all you have for recourse is what? Is a piece of paper, right? I would actually video record them and photograph them when they're receiving the cards, especially cards that are very valuable. Mark Poole would be there. There's going to be Birds of Paradise to do, different altars, ancestral recalls. You want your ancestral recall just left in the abyss? No one's going to know. This is a very, very big pro tip. Do not forget that. I'm telling you guys, lots of people have left cards with artists. They forget. They might steal them by just, not steal them as in like they want to steal them, but they'll steal them as in they will just forget. And then it's like gone forever. So they'll lose them, right? So that happens all the time. So you got to help the artist out. It happens. And, that's one other tip. All right, last tip. How about going through the TSA line? What have you experienced about Magic cards? Have you seen that?
Yeah, they always check you. Most of the time. 99% of the time they will check your bag, and you have to tell them it's Magic cards, and then they'll be like what are these for? And stuff, and then you just have to answer the questions. It's not a hard thing. It's just more of a time inconvenience.
Right. Yeah. All right. So there's also going to be some other things, like some social media people there. There might be, people you've seen online. There might be I know they have the MTG Arena. You know what that is?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
That's the online platform to play Magic, which is something I recommend you maybe try doing, guys. Download it. You have to buy virtual packs. It's like buying digital packs, not cards. And you can be the world champion of Magic on digital. Seriously, like an esport. So I think they're doing a tournament thing, if you look at the schedule, guys, on there. All right, so I think I covered some of the things that I look for. I want to hear now from you guys. And maybe you guys can help Scott out on his first journey to MagicCon Chicago. Scott, thank you for sharing some of that. And we're going to do another video here shortly. Guys, enjoy. Take care. See you later, Scott.
Bye.
Hey everyone, it's me, Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I want to share with you more about how we handle consignments. So to begin the consignment process, we actually need to start with the consultation service. In this consultation, I will determine what you're looking to do. And generally, consigners usually tell me, hey Dan, I'm looking to sell my items and maximize the value of their collection. After we determine through the consultation, I usually like to do an appraisal process. And an appraisal process in terms of a consignment is more fitted towards authenticity and valuation for current market values. From there, after a contract is crafted and signed, we will then receive the items from you The reason why our consignment process is very thorough is we also identify cards that could be graded so then they can maximize higher dollar values. So the payment process is very simple. Once we have sold your items, you'll get an updated ledger and we will process payment for whatever form of payment you need. As a consigner, you're gonna experience our white glove service. What that means is I'm gonna personally handle your collectibles from beginning to end. And rest assured, the client that purchases your collectibles will also receive the same white glove service. It's a signature service that I really pride myself on in working closely with my clients.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.